Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a terrific Tuesday night. Hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe as we bring you WWE NXT tonight. Packed card ahead here at the Wrestling for Life Network. It's going to be a fun one, folks. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Don't forget the little reaction buttons. But strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream. This is WWE NXT as we dive into all the fun stuff tonight. An official contract signing, lots of question marks, lots of wonder going into this one where people aren't sure about names, aren't sure about opponents, aren't sure about factions, but we're going to talk all about it as we are officially on the road to Roadblock and then Stand and Deliver. It's going to be a fun one here tonight, folks. So get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind and be a part of the family. Make sure you hit all those buttons. The little reaction buttons help our algorithm. So if you can beat on those, that'd be wonderful. But I will remind everybody out there, I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I'm Big Nick. And yes, my guy, tonight we got to do the Fallout from Vengeance Day as well and everything. We've got the whole mystery faction that I don't know how well it was received. A lot of people said it had very retribution-y vibes. Even Dijak out there saying that kind of looks a little familiar.
Of course. But remember, Retribution wasn't the first Retribution, so we'll put it that way. I mean, they weren't the first one to break the mold on the masked bandits that do come in. So, yeah, I mean, we will see more of that. I thought it went over extremely well. The idea for some people that, oh, we don't know who these people are. Well, that's how you introduce. You don't know anybody until they say hello. But Ricky Starks making it official tonight. We think Ricky Starks. We don't know. They still have avoided to use his name. He hasn't used his name. Nobody has used his name. So we will find out tonight. A lot of people talking about it. I don't think it is what it is. I mean, if he legally can't use his name, what can you do? You move on with another name. We'll forget about it like we did with Walter. And but yeah, I mean, we don't know.
I think it is 100% he's using Ricky Starks. I think literally the man signed within 24 hours of being released. So I think part of that was literally they didn't know legalese if they could, use it or not at that point. And then it got people talking about it of, oh, they didn't use his name. What's it going to be? So now that's been the big appeal going into this. Are they going to call him Ricky Starks? Are they not? That's been a whole side plot to this. So I think they're just running with it.
The not giving him a name out of the gate has put his name in everyone's mouth, ironically. And yeah, take it for what it's worth. But I mean, that's the cool thing about this whole vibe right now is Ricky Starks getting a lot of love. He's all over Twitter today. He's all over Instagram today. People talking, debating about the whole name thing. If they don't get his name, he's ruined. If they do get his name, great. Can they get his music? There's all this going on. This is a guy who was all but buried for a year. And now he's one of the most talked about guys in all of wrestling as we sit here ready for the show tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, even when he showed up on NXT last week and the whole crowd starts chanting Ricky Starks, Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
Instantly, they already knew who he was. So he was already over like Rover. And now that you've kept it this hidden secret, like I said at a bit tongue in cheek of before we went live of, I think his name's more over than he is right now. Right. You see Ricky Starks in the headline. More people might know that than they know a picture of Ricky Starks.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I mean, tonight doesn't have a lack of entertainment. We will talk about the new faction. We kind of touched on it already, but we'll see if we get more from them. They took up both the tag champs and the world heavyweight champion. Like, I mean, could a guy like Dion Lennox be heading towards a world title shot sooner than later with this group? I don't know. But we got Jada Parker, Carmen, I almost called her Carmen Electra, Carmen Petrovich, and Kalani in a three-way. That one should be fun. Tag match. I think that was last week's tag match.
No, this is this week's tag match.
Oh, this is this week's Lash and Jackson. Did they fight last week? No. Against Zarya and Ruka. So Zaruka gonna take on Lash and Jackson.
I'm very torn with this one because I did like the little like buddy comedy, spot that they did of, next time we're going to do things I want to do. But Lash and Jackson are already established women's tag team, not just within NXT. They've challenged for the women's tag titles. So upstart team that's getting now a big push, it feels, versus a team that might be out of NXT sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting how they play this one. Again, no lack of competition in the women's division. So they've done good. I mean, right now, Zarya came in at a time where Julia came in and Steph came in and Jordan came in. So I think they're doing a good job of just giving Zarya TV time, giving her something relevant. And Sol Ruka, I mean, again, one of the breakout stars for NXT last year, had a solid year, really put her name in the conversation. So should be a hell of a match.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then we've also got Stacks putting the family on his back, defending the honor of the family against Sean Spears after that dastardly Izzy Dane turned on Tony.
Yeah, I'd be curious if we get Tony tonight. Stacks kind of taking charge. I think there could be some dissension in the family. Stacks not happy with how it all played out, and it was Tony's fault that he got duped. So yeah, man, we'll find out what this means. Spears' new little faction's not bad with Jensen and the other dude. Yeah, you heard me, the other dude.
Yeah.
But very curious to see how they continue to kind of develop, how this storyline develops with this new faction, including Izzy Dane.
Yeah, and I very much feel that Sean Spears is at some point going to be an NXT North American champion.
Very much could be. Is very highly possible the way this is setting up right now. So, yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. Again, triple threats and factions in the Papa Paul era. So there you
Absolutely.
go. But yeah, overall stacked show. We're looking forward to a lot of it. We are back at it tomorrow for Dynamite. Thursday, we are here for a live TNA, folks. So do not miss out on that one. We're looking forward to being live for a little bit of Impact.
Right. Then Friday we got SmackDown, and then Sunday, members only stream. Be there or be square.
Right. Yeah, don't miss out on the members only. Don't miss out on Anthony's TNA review. We got more coming your way, folks. So make sure you're a part of it. Click that little bell. You never know when we're going to pop up, so be a part of all the fun. But let's say hello to some people as we got about 5 minutes to spare. Clay Lewis back in the house. Welcome. Eric, how you doing? Number one contender for Staff's title, and Grace shows up tonight. So Grace is already in the building. We saw the clips going around of her coming into the Performance Center. And yes, we will find out who the number one contender for Stephanie Vacour's newly won North American title.
Absolutely. And does Grace kind of does she get a trajectory tonight? Does she go towards Stephanie? Does she go towards Julia?
Oh, I think she's definitely, especially with the number one contender match, I think she's definitely got her eyes on Julia. Jordan Grace, Julia at Stand and Deliver has a nice ring to it. I think like with the women that they're setting up right now, in the triple threat, I got a vibe that we're going to go another direction. So I could see Jordan definitely going after Julia, which makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
Mega, welcome back. Damien, welcome back. Wrestling Proud. Joe Shipley. Kevin, how you doing? AM Lion, welcome back. Good to see you. One of the newer names, I do believe. Arthur Murray. I don't know if I've seen this one before, but KJ, you hear, sup, KJ and Nick, you hear a lot of people want WWE to sign Harley Cameron when they're going. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of one of the trends right now, Nick, is somebody gets hot and they're like, oh, they would do so good elsewhere. Yeah, I mean, Harley brings a lot to the table, man. And in an environment like WWE, I think somebody like Harley thrives.
Yeah. Well, maybe NXT, maybe she'd be a bit on main roster. But it is interesting, and I feel like it's only, I'll say, one company exclusive of, oh, they got hot, they're behind them. They'd be so much better somewhere else. Like if someone gets over and start a certain other three-lettered company, oh my God, I can't wait to see what they do with them. Versus they'd be good over there.
Yeah, it's kind of the thought by a lot of people out there that one of the companies in an attempt to compete have become a feeder system. Oops.
Whoopsie.
What's up, Roman Santos? Scott Rizzo's back with us. Danisha's always a pleasure. The match should cook. I agree. Looking forward to it tonight. NXT talent Santino Marella wants on TNA TV. Nikita Lyons, Jada Parker, Eddie Torpedo, Channing Stacks, Lorenzo, and Trick Williams. This was on Twitter. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I did see this, and what is hilarious to me is I don't know if those are typos or actually how Santino said
it. Probably actually.
I want a Makita Lion, a Jada Parkour, and a Torpedo.
All right. IHOP Rocky, welcome back. Good to see you. Cherokee George, TJ, MDB, the Chomp is here. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Kevin, welcome back. Wrestling Proud, we got you. OG Dale's in the house. Kevin, Brandon over on Twitch. Yes, we have Twitch, folks. Go check us out on Twitch. I think we're still at we made it to 34 followers, Twitchers. So
Twitchers, we got everybody tweaking and twitching. So let's see if we can get to at least 35 towards 50.
Let's go. Jordan, welcome back. Travis, good to see you. Craig, good to see you as well. Welcome back. We got you. Paul's in the house. How you doing, Paul? Tom Allen, good to see you. Nice picture as always, sir. Looking sharp. Paul, we got you. Did she look like a muscle hamster, Kev? I think that's pretty much her nickname. Byron, how you doing? WrestleMania 41 is starting to take shape. Not really, but I get what you're saying. I'm going to compare it to The Empire Strikes Back. Premature at best.
Fair enough. I mean, I thought The Empire Strikes Back was pretty good. I don't know about your review. How many Rotten Tomatoes did it get? But I still hate the discourse now of being pre-mad about Mania.
Yeah, again, it's just a silly focus. Like, sorry about that. It's just a silly kind of twist of we don't even know. Like they're in the developing side of this. Why are we worried now? Like, what is so upsetting about this card? Nothing.
It's like being mad at your mom about to make dinner and you're just pissed off of the ingredients that she bought, about the groceries she bought.
Right.
She ain't even started cooking and no fucking burners are on, nothing's seasoned yet, and you're just still pissed.
You're mad about dinner when while she's out grocery shopping.
Yeah.
We don't even have a head of lettuce on the counter yet, and you're upset. I got tolerance for it. Paul, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I believe you. Daryl, welcome. Good to see you. Rio sucks. Oh, okay. Dale laying it down.
Fair, aggressive.
Aggressive. Theater of the Absurd's back with us. Jose is always a pleasure. Did I miss Stoner? I think I missed Stoner. Where's our buddy Stoner? There you are. May the blunt be with you, sir. I missed your original hello, but welcome. Spaz with a $5 super chat. What's up, boys? Big love on Tuesday. Hope all my fellow mother Canuckers had a good family day. It was a wonderful family day. Rumors the Stand and Deliver is going to be NXT TNA. Interesting. I thought they might have something standalone.
Yeah, standalone, I guess. But I'm more intrigued by what is Family Day. I've never heard of this before.
In certain parts of as we are getting the start of the show, but in certain parts of this country, not all of them, the government decided you need a 4-day week every month, and Family Day is February's.
Yo, sign me up. I got it then.
I got now.
I have now.
Brown cow.
Yes, you are a slight hiccup.
Well, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to play along at home, follow with us. You can sync up as we get
together.
There you go. We are live and ready to go. NXT, what's going to kick it off? Get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. And I want to see triple digits hanging out with us tonight. So let's go.
Facts.
Spaz, Daniel Burry, Sports Highlights, Greg, Jose. Oh, I got most everybody. I think.
And what do you say? Do we get IHOP Rocky? I'm just going down to the bottom. IHOP Rocky. All women's, not old women's. We'd have to resurrect Mae West. Huh? That reads like a Kanye West tweet.
As we are going back to Vengeance Day to kick this one off.
Jose's like me. Hold up, wait a minute. Once a month, you get a 4-day weekend.
Pretty much, yeah. It's funny.
Let's go.
I simplified it for the sake of timing, but yeah, we get a 4-day week for Family Day.
Fair enough. As we're getting a replay of the
Oh,
action jump in Fraxium. Try and say
right.
that 5 times fast.
And Dijak's just bitter that his
I
attempt.
don't think he was saying it in the fact of like, oh, they're copying us. To me, it's almost more of a derogatory term to be compared to Retribution, because Retribution was not good.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people say this is like the Shield 2.0 if they're just copying, when you get Timu Shield and like that. And they made an impact. It was a little weird because the mask kept falling and this and that, but we'll see.
Thought it was one guy out of 4.
No, it happened 2 or 3 times. The motherfucker pulled his face mask all over his eyes. The message was a little unclear, I'll say. It was all right, but the message was unclear.
It was not unclear. We're here to fuck shit up, and they did, but because their bandana uncovered their mouths, I don't get it. I'm not quite sure. I don't get it. I understand why that's a problem.
I'm just saying that's where you get the Retribution comparables.
Because their mask wouldn't stay up. Like they didn't run out with chainsaws.
We're not going to agree on this, and we've got the start of the show.
That's fine. I'm just confused. The closest thing we got for Family Day is Family Guy Day Marathon, LMAO. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just a made-up holiday that everybody gets to stay home.
There you go.
KJ Anthony said it. People want it fast in the microwave. That's it, Travis. Patience is a virtue. And now we're getting mad before, like we said, before you even put the shit in the microwave, you're mad at it.
Right.
As they are showing Oba Femi getting beat down. All 4 men have their masks in place at the end of the segment.
Yeah. We'll see MDB agreeing with me here of the bandana slipped off their mouth, but they introduced them on Twitter anyway. Well, yeah, just gave it away. But
right. We got an idea.
Another $5 super chat. The Mud Show Grand Scam equals 80% ring, 20% sad Aussie stars, 100% kangaroo crew in the stands booking TK. What is an improper fraction?
Yeah, I can't give more than 100%. Mathematically, it's impossible. But yeah, I mean, we've talked Grand Slam to death. It's unfortunate. I mean, the show itself, it kind of gets overshadowed by all the other bullshit going on. So,
right. As I'm getting the replay of Jordan Grace coming out, Jason asking, does Corey Graves become an active wrestler again? The Revolution will be televised tonight.
The Corey Graves thing got even more interesting today because of Michael Cole.
The Cole comments? I was going to say, did you see the Cole comments?
Yeah, because I think what it was, and he said it, like, I think Corey was trying to play it up and play an angle, and the company went, no, sorry.
He didn't tell the company I'm trying to work an angle.
Right.
He might have just been kind of salty and, I'm working,
right? So we'll see. There might be something there. I don't know. But Oba walking out.
Yeah, what was with the production hand, like telling him to go or something? What was that about? But Oba coming out.
Giving him shit anyway.
I would have smacked the sugar honey iced tea out of that, man. Especially if I'm a guy like Oba.
If you follow us on Twitch, I will follow you back. I'm the champ around here. Let's go. Go follow MDB, the Knee Pad Patrol, over on Twitch.
Right. Well, speaking about the champs around here, we got Oba Femi coming out. And who do you see could be the next guy that kind of goes at Oba here?
This faction might have something to say about it. I mean, the last time we saw Oba, he was being annihilated by a new group of men. It could be them.
Because you think that... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just thinking, like, the same thing we saw with A-Town Down. Like, what do you do with Oba because he's so dominant? Well, if you put Dion Lennox in the ring with him and he has 3 friends that keep fucking around, it does make him a viable contender because he's got backup.
But it's Dion Lennox. Like, let's be honest, though. Still a little bit. It's Dion Lennox. Like, he ain't winning. Like, okay. I thought for half a second you were about to pitch that they put all 4 of these men against Oba Femi, and he still might win.
He probably would. That's the thing with Oba, right? Oba's on this different level.
That's the thing. So
he's not happy.
Absolutely. And I'm not fully knocking Dion Lennox. Kid's a good young kid. But as far as him being in a world title spot right now, it's so unbelievable to me. I get what you're saying of, well, the odds numbers might not be in Oba's favor, but he's the great equalizer in that situation.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you need all four guys. Lights out, lights out, lights out. Dun, dun, dun. Who is it?
You imagine it's just
Batman.
A Batman. Are we waiting for the
Maybe
absolute?
guys in the ring. Oh, wait, we got a spotlight.
Moose! Moose!
Moose! Oh, my God, it's Moose!
Oh, my. They're doing it! Oba
They are
versus
actually going
Moose!
to do it!
The Clash of the Titans!
It didn't even look like it at first.
Godzilla ain't got on me.
And dude, another guy with a wicked entrance. Moose is in the house. Let's go.
Somewhere Anthony is losing his mind. Everything is broken out of joy in Anthony's room right now.
Moose, let's go.
This is somebody that 100% is a guy that goes toe to toe with a guy like Oba.
Well,
this is now a challenge.
How do you find it something that balances the scale against Oba? Moose will answer that question very quick.
Absolutely. Now, is this has to be Stand and Deliver? Does Stand and Deliver become Worlds Collide a bit?
It might. Like I said, I mean, we've been anticipating a pay-per-view between these two companies coming up. So we weren't sure. I mean, maybe there'll be a lot of flavor into it. Maybe this will be a match at Roadblock. Maybe this will be a match on Unbroken, or Unbreakable, the TNA one that's coming up. I mean, there's options, but my God. And it's funny. Moose don't look that big.
Well, no, he's eye to eye with this guy and everything. And I like this. Well, it's funny that you said Roadblock. As they're muting the crowd because they're clearly chanting holy shit. But you mentioned about Roadblock, and it's very fitting that you, a Canadian, mentions a Moose as a roadblock, but that might very much be what this is.
Okay.
You have people hitting each other. Like, can you believe this, man?
Title versus title. Ooh. That Joe Bubble.
I'm the ruler. Ooh.
Rick Ross.
Chills. Well, Cherokee George even prophecy fulfilled. Oba versus Moose.
You did say that earlier, I think. That's funny. Again, we were debating. What do you do with Oba? You might need 4 guys to beat him. Or one big Moose.
Bro, this is... You have Moose versus who? Moose. Who? Are you saying who or Moose? Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, a stare down. Moose.
They could just stop the show, and this is a 10 out of 10.
Well, they transitioned to Jordan Grace. Like, shit don't stop.
TNA fingerprints all over tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oba Moose, let's fucking go.
And then we cut to Ricky Stark showing up. And there's no title placard. There's no name. We won't give it away.
And they still won't say his name. They even
he's the anti-Joe Hendry. They won't say his name. Right. But if you say his name, he appears.
Right. I'm sure Anthony is tweeting his little heart out right now.
Right. Good God, they're trying to give me a heart attack. They're following up with Miss Parker. Miss Parker, how you doing, Miss Parker?
They're going right into the triple threat, folks. So if you were just tuning in, Moose is here, and he's the X Division champion, doing Ultimate X. Let's go.
Could you Oba Ultimate X? Motherfucker just yank the shit down. My title now.
As ladies and gentlemen, we go to our first commercial break. I'm getting an ad for John Cena's last time.
Yeah, that's me right now, fanning myself off after what we just got to start off NXT. I'm a little verklempt. I'm coming down with the vapors. It is NXT where AW was at when it started. Yes, Anthony, someone call 911.
We knew he was coming. Someone call my mama.
Yeah. Just
wow.
That's so much to unpack in 11 minutes of the show. We have an hour's worth to unpack.
We got Oba We got Moose, Jordan Grace, Ricky Starks, and we're heading into a triple threat to find out the number one contender for the North American title. That's a quick start to a show, folks.
And we fought, by the way, that is Jada Parker, who is still just has a soft spot here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she got
soft spot here, while other parts might be hard, but that's a different story.
Take my eyes off the soft spot. But, ladies and gentlemen, we will take your prediction on the next match. I'll throw it up in the polls. Nick, Moose!
Moose! That's, again, we had talked about it for a while. I know, especially that's Anthony's like dream match upon
I need
dream
to
match.
for 1 second. Literally, I was so surprised and shocked. Like, even when you yelled Moose, I was like, no. Like, I was looking.
You were just so used to hearing that from driving in Canada. You're like, I got it.
A Moose? What? All right. But no, that's
I couldn't until they really like lit him up more and everything. You could see the bald head. I'm like, is it there's just somebody coming out as like with the mask on and I was like about to be pissed if it was Dion Lennox just with the mask and shit. And then man comes out here suited and booted. Like,
right.
And now the only way that we could just get a 3-way cross-promotional match that would just shut everything down is you get Bobby Lashley versus Oba Femi versus Moose.
Moose in NXT was badass. Again, what I like the most as a wrestling fan, guys, and people can debate merits of anything online right now. We know how it is. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. But
most of them smell.
And most of them smell. But I mean, at the end of the day, the surprises, dude. Even if you're not a fan, that's a cool moment. Like, I'm not impressed by Moose at all. There you go. Paul proves my point. But again,
but why? But I hate that shit like that's a fucking take. And all due respect, Paul, I appreciate you, but I hate that shit like that is a take and will get traction when nothing's explained, nothing's expounded upon. There's no reasoning behind it. It's like, I have an answer to this equation, but I haven't shown any fuck all bit of work.
But what's not impressive about him? The only thing I will say is
the
only thing I'll say about Moose is in where Moose has been in TNA, he looks gigantic in a lot of times. And I'm not saying he's a small guy. He's not small. But you see him in the ring with Oba, and Oba's got 50 pounds on him. Like, Oba's a big dude.
But that's still a bit of what we were halfway talking about, literally going as Oba's out there cutting his promo of who's a guy that you could have challenge Oba and it feels like a legit threat again.
Yeah.
Gone are the title matches of just squashes. We talked about 4 guys versus Oba, and Oba still might win.
Oh, we got Eddie and Ava.
That sounds like a fucking romance comedy on the CW.
Eddie and Ava.
Oh, wait. Oh, this is
Kale, yeah, the Uriah Connors. We got UTI and
no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I didn't name him. They're applying.
Kind of the new Chase U. Oh, you.
Why are we doing this? Things were going so well. What up, ghouls?
What are you exactly saying was going well? Eddie and Ava, or was it when?
Everything up until Eddie and Ava got on screen.
Oh yeah, we just ran. Well, we now got this is what you let the audience catch their breath and everything. Because I think I saw Lady B. She's like, I got 9-1 dialed on the phone. Who do I save? Big Nick or Anthony?
Right. You can only save one. Dun, dun, dun.
Choice is yours. I want to play the game.
You're off. You're
a big fat phone.
On behalf of Mr. Chase.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, when you said UTI, I was trying to think of like University Technical Institute or something like that. They feel like they're the new Chase U.
Yeah, it seems like they're a new douchier Chase U. I'm unwell.
See, this is where Anthony's the TNA insider and we're just outsiders because he's like, I heard the music and lost my shit. We had to see this man up close and personal before we could decipher.
I didn't hear the music. I saw him. Maybe because we're doing this, right? Like, I didn't hear shit. But once I saw it, it all kind of came together. But literally, you yelled out Moose, and I was like, nah. Literally. As Carmen here with Adonis?
Ashante.
Ashante.
Ashante. But, well, JV bringing up about Hammerstone. Did Hammerstone and Oba have a match? Am I misremembering?
Yeah, they did.
Oh.
Yeah, they did.
That's crazy to think that.
Oba
When's the last time we saw Alex Hammerstone?
He's injured. He's recovering from, I believe, knee surgery.
Oh, that sucks. That was interesting because they just did Kalani's. They combined her 2K25 entrance with her actual entrance, and that would have worked a lot better if she was wearing gear similar to that or anything. But it just felt weird and awkward.
Right. Not a fan of Kalani. I mean, again, I understand what Kalani is. I'm not. I think there's upside to Kalani. They're trying something new with Kalani, but ultimately not quite there yet.
She's going to be in NXT for a bit.
Yeah.
She started 2025 in NXT and she will end 2025 in NXT. I'll say that clearly.
Yeah, Carmen's got a sword and a boyfriend. She got all the gimmicks.
She Kill Bill out here.
Right.
A shout out though, Jada with the outsider Scott Hall gear, by the way.
Who?
Jada. She's got the Scott Hall. She's got the trip.
Okay. I was thinking Harlem Heat at first. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Harlem Heat was always the Flames, my guy, hence the name Heat.
Yeah, that's what I thought they were. Okay.
Oh.
Give Bonnie a few years. The only thing I don't like about her is her name. I always think that I hate to say it, as much as we just talked about Uriah, now Kalanic. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah. Somehow Carmen Petrovich rolls off the tongue a little bit easier than Kalani. She has a big history as she overshot the shit out of that springboard moonsault. But she has a big hit, like, because she's great. She's athletic because she has the gymnastics background. But anytime she does like the springboard moonsaults or moonsaults to the outside, she overshoots it like a motherfucker.
Right.
You better watch out saying you're not a fan of somebody because Big Nick might get a little mad. Oh, Paul, I wasn't mad at you.
Awesome.
Don't be so thin skin. I wasn't mad at you. I'm mad at the 90 fucking tweets I'm gonna see when I open my phone when we get off stream.
That is crazy. I'm still shocked. Moose showed up. Yeah, they did the 2K entrance for Kalani. That's pretty interesting. Awesome show opening with Moose. Need to figure out why they're going back to the Chase U nonsense. Hockey, I'm with you on the Chase U thing. I thought it was dead.
That's all he's got.
But pivot, he's dead now. 63%.
And he's gone.
Maybe. 63% are taking Parker, 24% taking Kalani, and Carmen getting 14. So not a bad little spread. Heavy favorite to Parker.
Yeah, do you have a pick in this match? I mean, I kind of want to take Parker just because Parker, but
Parker
even if she wins and goes against Backhorse, she's not winning. It'd be a hell of a showcase, but you're not winning.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I could see Parker challenging. Parker's over. Parker's been getting more and more traction. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be Kalani again. Petrovich, I hope not yet. So yeah, Parker seems to be a heavy favorite here.
Yeah, I think it's just because she's over. Because I mean, it'd be a showcase. Like whoever wins this match is not winning.
That's fine. I mean, again, Parker having a really good match with Stephanie Vercoeur, somebody who's kind of renowned on the world stage for an up and comer. That's a big match, win or lose.
I'm in commercial. I don't know if you are. Before I ask this question,
I got Parker wrapping Kalani's leg around the post. But what is the question?
Have you seen the discourse or discourse online now that Stephanie's won the women's North American title and Julia's world title holder in NXT? Of now they're the indie Hogans because they just showed up in NXT and instantly were given title shots and all of that.
Yeah. No, I really hadn't seen that. I don't know who you follow that allows you to see shit like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, again, to me, a short argument. If you have that take, you're dumb. Sorry.
Valid. I honestly I couldn't have said it shorter if I tried.
Right? It's that simple. If you believe that, if again, it's like this. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel for things that are critical. Like, it is insane. You see Stephanie holding up a title, you see Julia holding up a title, and again, very much NXT's always been that kind of quick moving. You're here, here's your belt kind of idea with a lot of people. Again, dumb. I'm sorry, you're dumb.
Fair enough, absolutely. And artists point out Jada with the Scott Hall tribute. I
Yes.
like MDB wrestling fans need to understand you cannot call everyone Hogan for winning, but
Yeah.
no, who you can call Hogan, Jera Hogan. And folks, make sure you get your Jera Hogan shirt today.
Yeah, do it.
It's becoming more and more apropos because I mean, do we have Jericho or do we have Edge to thank for Ricky Stark showing up in NXT?
A little bit of both. I think Jericho was a bit of the I'll take care of this. I'll be a good guy. But Jericho hijacks Big Bill. They take the belts away for no good reason. And yeah, if Edge got his panties in a bunch, and that's why Tony put him on the bench, I expect better from Edge. Sorry, cope, but you got to learn to cope with it. Yeah, you didn't. If that's the truth, again, if Edge came out or Cope and says, "Oh, that wasn't the case. Yeah, he ruffled my feathers a little," fine. But if one led to the other, if there's a connection between him being pissy because he got out promoted by an up and coming youngster, tough shit. I mean, again, the biggest problem with this company is these egos and these emotional fucking men that just can't seem to get their shit together.
Hey, LA Knight said it's okay to be emotional, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Jose saying KJ is questioning your algorithm, Nick. That you are, sir.
Right.
Well, Artisan, Indie Hogan, no, but it is interesting that they are giving high-end indie talent fast shine. Well, I think that's why they signed him, my guy.
Yeah. I mean, look, Andrade came in from Mexico and won a belt real quick in NXT. You brought Drew McIntyre back, got him back out, and now people are going to say, well, Drew's an exception. But still, Bobby Roode came in from TNA, won right away. Asuka came in, was a powerhouse right away. This is not new.
I don't trade for a guy. I don't sign a guy in free agency or anything.
And put him on the bench.
For the most part, a high-end talent for them to be a fucking backup or anything. I sign them because they're going to be the eventual starter and everything. And I work them into the fucking fold.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You don't shock the wrestling world by bringing back, a star that people haven't seen in almost a decade and then throw him in the ring with Lee Moriarty. Sorry. Oops. Bad choice. And that's what you do. You got to, if you want people to feel special, you got to make them feel special. You got to push them up the chart. Are they going to be there forever? No. They'll taper off. They'll be in mid-card shit. It's the same people saying this shit now that when they lose, oh, I can't believe they lost. They buried her. Or
I don't.
Dumb.
Well, fair enough. The chat was halfway freaking me out because they kept saying Samoa Joe. And I think they were agreeing with your statement. I did the same thing. I'm like, wait, is he on the show? Who were too busy looking at a comment? We got Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe's another good example. Thank you, guys.
Right.
You sign somebody on their name, and you want them to be a big deal. You got to make them feel like a big deal. I mean, the perfect example I can give you for the counter is Lexis King came in as a guy that they signed him to build up his name. He didn't have much equity out there. So you see him developing and growing and not in the mix. But everyone else you bring in, yeah.
Right. Well, now Paul's out here putting us on to an idea for another merch shirt. I hope you got your Mercedes Hogan shirts.
Eventually someone's going to sue us.
And then that's when we made it. It's like us waiting for the copyright from us singing.
Right.
Can we do a Muppet shirt and get away with
it? Right, maybe. But good match going on. All three women down, the crowd chanting.
NXT. As they're bigging up in the corner the European Tour and WWE Speed. Has anyone actually caught an episode of Speed?
I mean, I've seen a couple. I mean, it's a 3-minute match, not even an episode, right? Like it's if I'm scrolling Twitter at the right time and it pops up, I'll see it. I haven't seen much of it, no, because it's irrelevant.
Fair enough.
Graveyard Ship Wrestling Show subscribe. What's up, sir?
What up? As I got Jada Parker going up right now in the corner here with Kalani. Oh, what did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap. Big knee from Carmen.
How did you feel? I mean, we still got this match going on. ID Championships introduced today.
I'm torn. Any of those belts are fucking ugly.
You hate belts?
No. Don't you think those look good?
I thought they looked all right.
They're the tramp stamp of belts.
I thought the Raw one was. Everything can't be the tramp stamp of belts.
No, they were Ferrero Rocher. That's what that is.
Okay.
But I don't. Are they a ceremonial thing? Are they going to be the titles on Evolve?
Yeah, I believe you're going to see them defended on Evolve.
Fair. Well, I don't. Does it begin to beg the question of are there too many belts?
No. This has this again. It's not a new like they're giving a prize for your lower tier developmental. I got no problem with that.
But if it's going to be a weekly show with Evolve, it's not a prize. It's a booking tool. It is you have a champion that will defend that championship.
Yeah. So I think it's a great launching pad. If you see somebody with the ID championship, you assume they're on their way.
Should it not be the Evolve championship?
I think it's tied into Evolve. We're going to see them defend it on Evolve. But yeah, I don't think this is too many belts. It's a different show altogether. And it's a nice what else are they fighting for other than just, well, I wanted a good showcase. Now they're actually fighting to be the top.
Well, I'll follow up on that as I've got Jada and Kalani up at the top. I think this might be towards the end here. Superplex after Jada already hit her finisher on Carmen, and Ashante pulled her out.
A couple cookie spots, Tom, for sure.
So now we're getting the big booty drop. There we go.
Anthony, breathe. You're good. I like it.
And I like the LeBron. Oh, no way. So Ashante threw Carmen back in the ring as Jada's taunting, doing the LeBron taunt and everything. Didn't realize that, Carmen got thrown back in and she got the fucking win.
Carmen steals it. The issue between Kalani and Jada continues. And now annoying Petrovich. Again, going to get dusted by Steph. I'm good with it.
Yeah, well, does Ashante get involved? Like, is he's going to be the problematic, toxic boyfriend in this situation?
She got a bit of a heater.
Yeah. But to your point with it's not too many belts, I can see that because as Jordan backstage right now, the conversation with another company that starts with a vowel about having too many belts is on their 2 show.
Wait a minute.
Fatal Influence just jumping Carmen.
Oh, Stephanie going to come out now.
Well, who's Ashante calling out for? I like, though, that we cut from literally one thing, instantly just cut back to the ring of the action's still going, folks.
The number 1 contender is being decimated by Fatal Influence.
We need some help out here. No one is answering Ashante saying, come on. They cut to picture before anyone shows up to help.
Ashante should get in there and just lay over her, protect her.
Right. Eddie Kingston. Here's John Moxley during the exploding ring match.
He's just standing there.
But I will agree with you on that. The too many belts conversation when it comes to WWE includes now you're including NXT, third brand developmental, you're including Speed, which is just a Twitter gimmick.
Are they including
you're including Evolve, like you're compounding the entire sphere versus 2 shows. When it comes to
Yeah, I don't know how deep it's going to go, but I mean, the idea that now that these ID talents are getting an opportunity to be on, on a program of any kind. Oh shit! Ashante gets taken out with a chair. JC lays out Ashante. Carmen on all fours.
Bro, he's straight looking like something.
Oh, they're still beating her up. They're going to beat her up for
the whole
3.5
commercial
minutes. They're going to beat her up for 3 minutes. And when we come out of commercial, Stephanie's going to show up.
Jordan Grace.
Jordan would be interesting.
She shows up and just runs off all three of them.
Right. And now the beating his ass too. Yes, Ashante took a chair. I think we got a ref. Carmen gets chucked out of the ring like a bag of potatoes.
Right. Hey, Chops, I shouldn't have clicked on that, but yeah, slap turn knockers. Ding dong.
Get in there.
Check. Anthony, I've calmed down now.
Yes, Anthony. We were talking about that. Breathe, my guy. I'm a big moment.
Woosah. Looks like Jordan's first feud is Fallon.
Says who?
Well, if Jordan came out, Fallon's now got a mic. She's cutting a promo that no one but those in attendance can hear. Fallon is talented as shit.
High pitch.
What?
Here comes Stephanie Vacour.
Oh, I forgot you got the Netflix, so you get it.
Yes, Stephanie Vacour coming out to have a chit chat with the ladies.
Them things is thinging. That pants is tight.
It was nothing important. Everything important is about to happen in 50 seconds.
Mm-hmm. You have a countdown clock too?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Julia's
in the house.
6-woman tag match. Stephanie, Julia, and Jordan versus Fatal Influence. Oh, somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
The beautiful madness in the house. Woo! Come on. Oh, we are fighting. They're
gonna throw hands, and then Jordan's gonna come out when we come back from commercial.
We're saving Jordan for the end of the commercial. And 10, 9. I feel we're back at the Rumble. 6, 5. It's gonna be Jordan, Stoner. The minute the clock goes away.
I mean, we're back in. Yeah, Jordan Grace now. So they gave it about 10 seconds.
Let's go. Jordan Grace is here. Oh, she off and running.
Did you see her kind of comments about some people that were upset about, well, you put her in NXT and everything? She's like, you put a shark in anywhere, it's still a shark. Like, you throw me in any sort of ocean, I'm still going to fucking eat.
Good call. 6-woman tag. Yes, sirs. Maybe at Roadblock, MSG.
The best women's division in wrestling. She said it. She said it.
She's not even a little gassed.
She's Jey Uso gassed.
No, not like she good. Like her cardio good. Oh, tonight.
That's your main event. That's your main event.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind it though, like what you said with it, if it was at like a Roadblock or something like that.
Yeah, I wondered if they were going to extend, like not do it tonight, but tonight.
What? So we're bookending Oba and Moose with Julia, Jordan Grace, Stephanie Vacour versus Jasmine Nix, JC Jane, and Fallon Henley.
As we got Stacks in the back with the family.
Yeah, Chris Afino went to the MJF school of spray tan. That man is a different complexion and ethnicity.
Yeah. Like,
He is bronzer than bronze. He is more copper than a penny, sir.
he is dark. Fatal Influence won the MVP for tonight. We got more to come. Jordan Grace.
Right.
Could
Stacks
basically be
Mahomes.
single
He does look
before-
like Mahomes.
Right. As we got Corey, Booker, and Vic. Corey's on fucking probation. He's on timeout.
Well, remember, there's no place I'd rather be, and it's cuts to the Smithers meme. You're with the gun to the back of Homer and everything.
Right.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Do what you're told. Eat some shit. You fucked up.
Right.
All right, folks. We've taken Lash and Jackson. Gonna take on Zaruka up next.
Yeah. So now do I have to do Zaruka instead of Sultan? It's Zaruka.
Right.
Zaruka Salt.
I think Meta 2 needs a new intro. Let's get rid of the Meta stuff.
A new Titantron. I don't mind. Like, I think at this point, that's their intro. You've seen that with them more than you have with Meta 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can move on from the Meta stuff. Corey feels so fake.
What is Facebook and Instagram?
Here comes Zarya. I mean, Def Rebel went kind of hard on this one.
But I wonder if it's actually Def Rebel. Is Zarya and Soruka like the pre-evolved version of when we had Tiffany and Rhea? They're kind of pairing together a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a little close.
Again, I think the bubbly, upbeat surfer girl with the darker, angrier girl. We've seen this before.
Yeah, but I mean, they don't even know what to call themselves. So
Zaruka.
Right. Well, don't tell me, tell them. They had the hashtag and everything.
Right. This is Mad Max meets Shogun. This is Mad Max meets the Lords of Dogtown.
Yeah. Or Christ, what's the fucking Point Break? With Keanu. I was gonna say this is Mad Max meets Point Break.
I'm an FBI agent. Zaruka, Zarya, and Soul for the wins. Soul, Zarya. Wow. Got a lot of love for Zaruka tonight.
Well, are you going to be buying 2K25, sir, so you can hit the Soul Sucker on anyone you choose there? Because you got the intergender matches and the Soul Snatchers part of the game, my guy.
Right? Absolutely. I'm always down for a little soul snatching.
But I'm going Lash and Jackson here. They win.
63% of the chat are going with me and Zaruka, and Lash and Jackson, 27. So not bad. 10% think nobody's going to win this one. So we'll see how that turns out.
That would be interesting. I mean, there's a match to me a bit of a tag team that is still on the rise, but is probably days in NXT are a bit numbered versus a team that's going to be now, especially with a clogged women's division in NXT. This is where they're going to find their avenue for a bit, and they'll be in NXT for a minute.
Oh, I think Zarya and Soul still have time for sure.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, you don't have to wait. Lash and Jackson's ready. Like you get to WrestleMania, season, you get through it. I think Lash and Jackson on the main roster long term after WrestleMania, they're ready. They're stars. Give them better music, give them a better entrance, but they are stars.
Oh, I think all you got to do is just change the Titantron. I don't think there's any. I think they're now at this point more synonymous with it as Lash and Zarya having a strong woman off. I like it though of having women who can be powerhouses and athletic, like the diversity in the women's division in WWE. It really is interesting.
Oh, again, I mean, again, you're getting a lot of different athletes. Even someone like Soul comes in with a different vibe. Jada, we just saw like a range, right? We got a karate girl. We got a crazy mix. And again, someone asked earlier about a women's specific pay per view. I don't know if it would be strictly NXT. I think
No.
they've been branding a lot of the NXT pay per views or PLEs as WWE anyway. But you have a lot of talent. You have a lot of options.
Oh, absolutely. And 100% of I could see it being an option of having an all women's show again. Because you have such that eclectic version of talent. Is Sol Ruka RVD just without the THC?
Maybe.
Or she might still have that in it.
Yeah, I don't know if we subtracted that.
Fair
So
enough.
Ruka for the win. I like it. The Soul Sucker. I did find that funny as shit.
I didn't even realize I said it, but you can have that. That
The
ain't what up.
Soul Sucker. There's absolutely no reason for Jordan Grace to be taking development time. Yeah, there is. There's plenty of it. Has she worked in the WWE before? Nope. Outside of a Rumble, before you get all high and mighty. Is there a plethora of women up in the main roster right now killing it? Yep. There is nothing wrong with Jordan Grace being the big fish in the small pond right now. And again, they're booking her with the champions. They're booking her at the top, which means you're close. You're right there. But there's nothing wrong with her figuring out how they run TV, how they produce TV, how things are supposed to look and feel and vibe. Yeah, again, this idea, it's disappointing. I expect better from the fans.
Yeah, be hockey. Do better, be better. Literally, it's the B's in your name. But it, outside of the Rumble, Jordan Grace's introduction to the WWE audience is NXT. And again, it's same thing, like say with Ricky Starks. They weren't expecting him to get released, but WWE still planned to introduce him on an NXT event later on in the year and everything like that. At this point, it is a logjam, especially with we're on the road to WrestleMania. Y'all want WrestleMania to fucking pay off, but you're like, if Jordan Grace got introduced to the main roster, people would be complaining, why isn't she on the WrestleMania card?
Why isn't
Well,
she
I can keep her on NXT and she gets on the stand and deliver card, so she's there WrestleMania weekend, and it's the holding place there. And it does nothing but elevate the out of NXT.
Yeah, and again, you're right about the elevating NXT. Look at their women's division; it's absolutely stacked.
Oh yeah.
You can make the same argument for Julia. You can make the same argument for Steph. You guys got to remember, this isn't something new, and I've on multiple occasions now run through a plethora of talent that have done the same thing. And if you want to go apples to apples a little bit, I mean, you're bringing in, when you brought in Asuka, she was a highly experienced woman. She didn't necessarily have to go to a development brand, but she had things to learn. We did it with EO. We've done it with, like I said, we've gone through so many talents, men, women, and tag teams that needed the time to develop. And there's nothing wrong with that. And again, you have no idea what their plans are. And throwing her in the middle of a WrestleMania season that's already full steam ahead, it's not fair to her, and it wouldn't go well for her.
Right? Reed Spaz super chat.
Oh, okay. But if I'm going to be serious, ladies, triple threat, ladies tag, all-star, ladies 6-person tag, that's AW's women to the end of the year. You lost me in the end.
Right. Thank you, those Spaz, for the $5 super chat. MDB, big beefy babe slapping beef. So fuck on that.
Bumping donuts on the floor. Let's go.
Yo.
But Lash got Soul in a chokehold.
I got commercials. The Mortal McCain. Halfway started to want to say Mortal Kombat there, but yeah.
Right.
Travis saying, KJ, you realize none of the Fatal Influence ran like the Death Riders on AW when Garcia showed up.
That's a very good point. Again, if pick your poison, how do you want to present yourself? If John Moxley is the toughest motherfucker on the planet, why are you running away so much? I don't get it.
The next commercial break, maybe we talk about that t-shirt, but I digress. As
Oh,
so with the springboard
right.
crossbody and the lash.
Yes, I am. It's disappointing, Jose. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
That's so much worse to ever hear
Right,
from a parent of I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Like, why can't you just be mad at me? Like, fucking
right.
hate me.
Just be better. I mean, again, think big picture. Jordan Grace, like the rumor was what, 5-year contract, Nick?
Yes.
Right? They got 5 years to work with this lady. Again, ruining her in the first 2 years, where in the third year, fans are on Twitter. Oh, they overbook her. We see her too much. Patience. Can't put everybody on the show.
Well, and honestly, not fully wrong with this as Zarya's running wild here. They just need a cover to keep Grace off the immediate roster. Because otherwise she'd be running through the new champs in 0 time. I'm just saying. I could see her into the mid card division, everything, but that's the thing is you hold that back to the Raw after Mania.
Well, do you really think that Jordan's going to walk to the main roster and just dust Rhea Ripley like she's not even
Oh
there?
no, I didn't take that at all.
Yeah,
No.
you.
That might be what he. Yeah, fair enough. No. I said maybe Chelsea or Lyra, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. Then other people, oh, she's only mid. She's a mid Carter. She should be the best in the
There is no
world.
pleasing you. I see there is no pleasing you.
She got time. She got to put in her. She got to put in her reps. We're good to
It
go.
ultimately comes down to don't be mad because they don't do the story you booked. Like, don't be mad because Marvel didn't tell the story you fan fiction fucking wrote. Like, still enjoy what they presented before you. Take that
Right.
in and judge it likewise.
Right.
This is a
There's a logjam in the women's division NXT than there is on the main roster. I don't know how that's even debatable. Where there's a time the secondary titles are even booked terribly. Yeah, I don't agree. I think especially with Chelsea Green, I like what she's doing a lot. Lyra had a phenomenal match on Monday, so that one hurts a little bit for her. But ultimately, it's like this: be hockey. They're already doing stuff. Like they already have plans. This isn't just I got a new toy. I got to book it today. It's a long-term telling. And if it's Jordan Grace, Julia, stand and deliver, that is not a bad thing at all for the company, for Jordan, for the fans. I don't get our fucking problem. I don't get why we're so upset about all the good shit that happens.
because all right, so we're gonna get deep and philosophical here as Jakara going for a 1-2 count. I feel like it's a lot of wrestling fans are used to negative shit happening, so they just want negative shit to happen. And they're like, I don't know how to celebrate good things because good things never happen to me.
Mm-hmm. But
Because I don't
real
that I don't
talk.
know how to explain hate watching shit. I don't know how to explain being mad about shit being watching.
Everything.
Everything. Well, it's
It's
just
crazy.
sometimes you gotta
Oh,
motherfuckers just need to hate.
both women throw the kicks. Both women go down. Breaking news. 6 women tag tonight.
There we go. Is it really breaking, or was it more? It was slightly less breaking than
Well,
Paige the unsanctioned match.
it had to be made official by the boss lady.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, that's my line. I mean that one. But
That's my line. That's my line.
this one makes me laugh. The entire lore of Asuka was built in NXT. Without that, she would have the spot that she has today. The talent would be the same, but the status wouldn't. MDB, that's exactly what my point is.
That is literally spot on.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Jakara is speared out of her boots.
F5. F5.
Oh, we're gonna get a soul snatcher.
A soul snatcher.
That's your secondary move.
2, 3. I got
wow.
3 more soul suckers before I get thrown off.
Wow. An absolute clean, solid victory for Zarya and Sol Ruka.
Can I suggest that might be, if you've been paying attention, a passing of the torch? If you haven't, then that's just another match.
Yeah, I think, again, I think you're right. I think it's a really good win for an up-and-coming team. Meta 2 has already been established. They can take an L, be fine, and keep the story moving. So yeah, ultimately, I agree with you. I think you're spot on with this whole thing.
There you go. MDB, you're gonna start for that. No rush, but I need Lash versus Ripley versus Sarah versus Cargill. I need all the big beefy ladies.
We got Wesley with Tyson and Tariq, who will be taking on the Rascal on Thursday. We will be here live for that, folks.
It's hard to do the Rascal talk when you have a beard because you either like look like you're trying to itch your beard or it doesn't show up because it's hidden under your beard.
Right.
Hey, there's Starks in the background dapping people up.
Nick and Jake just went by.
Yeah, well, there's
Starks Wesley.
Stores of Anarchy.
Starks Wesley. Not bad.
I feel bad for Wesley because you about to catch all them
L. You catching the whole L.
You can have that. Here in a few minutes, son of.
You have a lot of questions. Oh fuck! We're gonna answer that in a few minutes.
Right? You sure you want to do that?
Trade Zarya with Lions, and I'm good. Trade her how?
They're on the same team. Right. How the fuck you trade in team? So we've got a little inside on LFG of Team Taker here. So now I'm not asking super opinions on the show or anything like that. If you just out and outright had to pick, if you were going to pick like your coach, if you were up and comer wrestler, do you pick I'm Team Bully, I'm Team Mickey, I'm Team Booker, I'm Team Taker?
I'd like to hang around with Mickey, but she's happily married, and I'm happy.
Man shot his shot out the gate.
But yeah, no, I mean, Taker's Taker. The best that ever did it. The man who lived the gimmick for 20 plus years. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I mean, no one's... Bully's a great mind. Booker T's a great trainer. I know people don't like Booker on commentary, but he really knows his shit. You wouldn't go wrong. And actually, Taker's probably the least experienced in the other three of training. Mickey's done a lot of good work, but Mark Calloway, I mean, it's Taker. I'm Taker. I'm sorry.
Well, and it's one of those things though of this, like you said, of how inexperienced he is, and this is a full side tangent as I'm in commercial and everything. But is it Taker knows how to coach big guys? Is it he knows how to do? Does he have a bit of that Jordan issue of, well, it just came so easy to me? Of I don't know how to teach other people to do what I do.
Yes and no. I imagine. I mean, I think the thing I really want from Taker, if I was a young up and coming talent, is that psychology. This is a man who built his career on that side of the game and to the extreme. And again, in a time where he was that guy, everywhere he went, he was Taker. And even given like, the young talent, and we've talked about it, like don't. Like, be you on social media. Whatever your character is on the show, be that person on social media. Carry that. Like, again, if you're out there, bashing heads, with chairs, maybe, talking about your little puppy might not be the best vibe unless you find a sarcastic way to do it. Live the gimmick. Live who you are. Be who you are. Turn it up to 11. But I think all four could do it. Absolutely.
Well, but is it easier at this point in time? Because we've talked to guys like Ben Bishop, Jay Bougie, all of that they're gimmick on television or what have you in the ring and everything is pretty much just them to 11. Like Taker was kind of the last of like, that's a character work. Like that is, if there was Oscars for character work in actor, like best actor for wrestling, Taker would be up there because the man played a character. The man played a dead man for 20 some odd years
and made it work. Like made it work. That's the thing. It wasn't like, I mean, I know I would love, imagine the Undertaker being introduced into like NXT today. This is stupid. He's not really dead. What the fuck? But Taker sold it for 20 years. Even the most jaded of fans, when you hear the bell toll, you get a chill because you know what it means. It's just one of those iconic things. So, yeah, I mean, again, but Booker, I mean, knows how to turn it on. He made the King. When you think of King of the Ring, or when I think of King of the Ring, it's Booker, right? Like, yeah, I mean, again, you can't go wrong. I just think my um my fandom, Taker.
I just want to talk to Taker. I don't give a fuck if I learn anything. I want to talk to Taker.
Imagine
I want to sit under the learning tree.
Right? Imagine being in the ring with Mickey James rolling around. I have imagined that. I have.
That's the members only stream. So, folks, if I don't know if that sells the membership or people cancel their membership after that. But yeah,
right.
I would take Bully. I know controversial. His opinions be what they are and everything. I'm looking at a guy my size. I'm not exactly 7 foot. I'm a bigger guy, but I'm not 7 foot. So I can't do the drape over the ropes and shit like that. I wasn't a basketball player, so I can't walk the ropes or any shit cool like that. Bully's a guy that, even still to this day, he is him, and he made him a fucking wrestling persona. He wasn't a character. He wasn't anything except himself. Ava coming
out. Here comes Ava Rain. Ricky Starks will blow the roof off NXT. Let's go. Yes, he will. We don't even know if he's Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks, the entire lore, got that one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, he got new music. Nah.
Official NXT contract signing.
$1 million from now. $1 million from now. Meh.
Death Rebel ass.
His old entrance was way better, song wise. We don't know if
this man is out here in a $3 satin shirt and just red skinny jeans.
But yeah, but Triple H did this online. They're doing it right now. The biggest contract signing in recent memory. Triple H put a thing out, the historic moment. Like, they're really, really selling Ricky Starks.
And it needs to be Ricky Starks.
It doesn't.
Because at this point, it is the hottest. There are more people that know the name Ricky Starks, like I said, than can identify a picture of Ricky Starks.
After tonight, that will change.
Yes, fair enough, and I hope it does. But I'm saying going into this,
NXT is amazing. So it's Ava with a younger version of her dad.
What is Adam Copeland?
That's not the official music. I would agree with that, MDB. Oh, he's got to get some stuff off his chest. Shout out to the man with Sophia on his fucking t-shirt.
Fair enough. Well, shout out to, I think, our buddy, it's Najee or whatever. I believe that's NXT with Najee or whatever. That's literally directly behind Ava. Content creator, but shout out.
Every main eventing NXT PLE, that's reality. Well, the crowd's with them.
Well, this is the most, think about it, outside of a GCW show in the Mall of America.
I'm the absolute truth. He fucking with us.
This is what I do always. You're not allowed.
Show up and show out.
So let's go ahead
and sign this.
They're still not saying his
name. Music right at the top of the hour. Oh, Ego isn't paid. Former coworker.
I know you from somewhere.
I know your name. I remember when we were out there.
I'm thrilled with this decision.
I am absolutely. That's not a bad startup for you. Hey, this is do your nuts hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Hey, Tony, I'm going to take two guys you had and do them and book them better and put it and make it the main of my developmental.
Right. This is how it should be done.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
In 6 months, we're going to get MJF. I don't know how not true that is.
Yeah, I feel like that man is signed to infinity and beyond.
Wally Sparks. Let's go, Wally.
He's so Sparks.
You're following my playbook to a T.
Yeah, again, it's a little on the nose, but if you know, I like this because they managed to do, if you know, you know, and if you don't, it doesn't take anything away from it. That's a masterclass.
No, exactly.
You know what the spotlight looks? You thought because you showed up, you know what the spotlight looks like? You're a bit loud, sir.
Ricky coming in and talking well. Quick with that tongue.
Right. And talk the talk.
You're going to take this place to a whole nother level.
Yep, we all heard him say that. You're loud, sir.
Good.
Okay.
Stand and deliver right here. Could be, Paul.
Could be. Could it be again? The roadblock quandary is now interesting.
I mean, Roadblock ends up just being a special Tuesday show, right? So it's not like
fair enough, but this is some shit. I wonder if you'd wait till Stand and Deliver. You throw this on a special Tuesday.
I think you put it on the Tuesday, pole vault it to the pay-per-view, the PLE. It's good.
Another superstar coming to the rescue of Javon
Evans. Oh, wait, what? How are we turning this into Javon Evans right now?
Well, that's who Ethan was.
No, that's not the focus here. Oh, as
Javon it is now. Javon says hello. Hello,
allow me to reintroduce. My name is Javon. All right,
hit him harder.
Hit him harder.
All right, we finally going to get to the naming of this human being or what?
I don't know, but
I like that they're teasing. They tease Wesley being upset. They tease Ethan Page. I like this, man.
More music. You speak of the devil and they shall appear.
Wesley.
Come on, music.
It's Spinal.
What in the fucking after school, like, softball coach is this fucking entire?
Right.
By the way, I know Corey Graves is on commentary in NXT. Has anyone heard him say a word?
Not much.
At all.
Wesley and Starks is going to cook, though. I like Ethan better, but Wesley will cook in ring.
I think if you're going to do the Penta route of that's your first two.
Yeah.
Like we just got to Penta versus Pete Dunne last night, literally last night on Raw. So you do Ricky versus Wesley, and that evolves into Ricky versus Ethan. And you get matches for Ricky that it builds up into this.
Maybe, for sure. Javon still got beef, but Wesley wants his first scrap.
Yeah, you get the first
next
scrap
week.
Yo,
Rick.
No,
Ricky gets the right hand in.
They still said this man's name.
Oh, Ricky getting that signature down. It's official. Ricky
as Wesley was just trying to hold him back of signing the contract.
This dude.
They cut on the contract that says Ricky Starks.
Saints. Ricky Saints.
Serious?
Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints. That's what the contract says. It does say Ricky, but not Ricky Starks. Saints Row.
I'm like
Let's
shell
go.
shocked right now. I feel like what is can Stan Lee here? I have a package for Tony Stank for Tony Stank. What the fuck?
What's wrong with Ricky Saints?
His name's Ricky Starks. That's
But
what's wrong with it.
if you can't use it, if you can't use his name,
It's his fucking legal name.
he trademarked it. I don't even know. Do we know that that's his legal name?
Ricky is just a shortened version of, I believe his name's like Richard. I'm gonna go to his fucking Wikipedia page right now. As I've got quarter pounder with a side of extra cheese fucking crew on NXT. I don't care anymore because now I'm mad that Ricky Saints, call off Boondock Saints. What the hell?
I mean, I got over Walter. I'll get over anything. It's the same thing where people got mad about Zarya coming in.
But you were right there. You were right there. Like, it's one of those, oh, is it more offensive that it's something that was like literally a typo away?
It's fine.
No.
It's not a problem. Right? This is going to be just like, oh, I can't believe it. I mean, me and you had this argument about Zarya. As here comes Spears with Izzy Dane and friends. Evans. Ricky's killing it to start off with, so he's smooth on the mic. He's good. He's good. Again, that's what's going to speak louder than what his name actually is. But Ricky Saints, it's official.
Fucking Saints Row.
I like it. We're good. Saints, brilliant, Matthew says. Let's go. I like Saints.
Yeah, the Wikipedia page is already updated where he performs on the NXT brand, competing under the name Ricky Saints. Because I was trying to find his actual legal name, but yeah, moving on. So
Ricky Ains.
Ricky Ains. Yeah, that's a bit more. Ricky Ains.
Yeah, again, I don't know. Again, like if others have come in and kept their name and been able to use it, but for contractual reasons,
you had a fucking crowd chanting his name.
So what? They're going to chant Saints. No different.
Just they forgot consonants.
Dude, this is a group of people that have no problem with Gunther as a wrestling name. None. Nobody's crying about where's Walter. I just said it. When they brought in Zarya, everyone freaked out. They changed her name. You as well. We're like, oh, this is stupid. Now you don't even think twice. Here comes Zarya with Sol Ruka.
Okay.
Right? Like, we're good. I mean, Ricky Saints, if they could have used Starks, they probably would have. But again, the likeness rights and such, Ricky Saints. I want him to have good music, though. His music wasn't great tonight.
Yeah. Is that a double-decker shit sandwich, though, of bad music and bad name?
Right? Ricky Starks is his real name. That makes sense. His indie name for a long time. But yeah, again, and they don't like wrestlers using their birth name. That is a common practice.
Fair. I was trying to think of off the cuff of an example of someone using that. I mean, I don't think Jacob Fatu's real name is Jacob Fatu. I could be wrong, but
there are people that are exceptions to that, right? We have seen it, right? And I think it's again, like to me, it's no different than you sitting here last night and saying anybody complaining about the ring size is being silly. The same argument for this. Saint Starks, Swimmy, Swami, Swanson, Samsonite. I don't care how off we were. It's all going to not matter a year from now.
If it was because it's this close, do you give it that pass? Or is it because, like, if it was, Samsonite, would you been fine with that? Because, I mean, like, it's his fucking legal name. And I knew he had legal right to use his legal name. Like, I get fully what you're saying of it is splitting hairs upon splitting hairs a bit. But when you had a crowd chanting it,
terrible name,
and you have the opportunity to use it,
yeah,
why not?
I just don't have a hatred either way. Like I said, I mean, I was mad when Gunther became Gunther. When he went from Walter to Gunther, I was like, this really sucks. I've been calling this guy Walter for fucking 5 years. And we got over it. Like I don't even think twice about it now. I think we've had other name changes. Jordan Grace got to keep her name. I know Stephanie Vercoeur got to keep her name.
Julia.
Julia kept her name, kind of, I think.
Yes.
But again, there are people. So if he could have kept his name, he would have kept his name. But again, a year from now, Ricky Saints is Ricky Saints, and we'll be fine.
Well, C-Money hits the nail on the head here. He's not Ricky Starks because WWE can't trademark it.
Yeah,
valid.
That's a big part
valid
of it.
upon 1,000%.
Mm-hmm. That's it. They can't license it. They don't want it.
Right. Well, where was Anthony? To me, a name is a name. I really don't care.
Yeah, just cut good promos and wrestle good. And then the rest. I'm not going to not cheer for Ricky because they call him Saints.
Oh, I'm not saying, like, let's not push me to the ledge here.
Oh, wait. There's chaos, turmoil in the back.
Everybody got taken out.
Everybody. Briggs is there. Yoshi. Ricky Starks is confused.
Now,
damn, this place is crazy.
Is that going to get spun towards this shot, towards another two-voweled, one consonant lettered company?
Might be throwing the back out trying to reach that far, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's funny. This place is crazy. I like it. Who attacked them is my question. Who attacked half the roster? But Spears and Stacks is on and running, folks. I'll be right back.
There you go. As Stacks taking it to Spears right now. Folks, let me know who you're taking for this match, whether you're taking half stack, full stack, or you're taking Sean Spears. Do we see Tony show up in this match? Do we get dissension between Stacks and Tony, or do we just leave this to faction on faction warfare? I think, honestly, because I think the numbers match up. You've got Spears counters Tony, Stacks counters Jensen, then you've got Crucifino versus Strongman, I can't remember his name, not Miro, and then you've got Izzy Dame versus Rizzo. So this could very much lead to a 5-on-5 tag match. But let me know who you got in this match, folks. Spears for the win. I want this group versus the Max group. Well, do you classify Spears' group as, one of the spooky doogie super troop here? Are they a little bit on, that avenue, a la Final Testament, what have you? And just kind of, I think they're still going to use them. I just wonder, A, what their name is, and B, what's their ceiling. Retribution 2.0, the faction did that. I would have taken Ricky Starks. Ricky Stacks instead of Ricky Starks. Is Ricky Stacks better than, I've already forgotten his actual name that they're using him of. Was it Ricky Wings, Ricky Hot Wings? What is it? Ricky Saints, All Saints Row. Yeah. Boondock Saints out there. Fair enough. Yeah. Ricky Stacks. But they just had to change Stacks' name and be half stack. John C, what up? Artist, when did they announce the Hardies? Did I miss it? Who, what now? I mean, I think the Hardy's going to end up involved with NXT. Stand and deliver. Which at this point, if that's when we get Oba versus Moose, which again we still don't know where we're next going to see Oba versus Moose. If you get the Hardys that stand and deliver, versus Axiom and Fraser versus Fraxium, I think that's fantastic. Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears right now in control over Stacks here. How are we feeling though right now as we're an hour and a quarter through NXT. We got about 45 minutes left. How are we feeling versus how it started off versus how it followed up that start off of, I'm not saying it's been exactly bad, but this feels like you got handed, the baton with a mile lead in the fucking race here, and now you're letting them fucking clip back in here. Stacks with a slingshot codebreaker as, it's Crucifino and Rizzo on the outside as Izzy and Jensen and what in the fucking, did Brian Myers or what's his name, Heath Slater's one of his kids grow up? Because that's exactly who, like, that dude who's working security looks like. Jose, yo, Nick, I like Ricky Saints. I bet he was a Ricky Williams fan growing up. Hey, that's an interesting tie-in. And I won't lie, I liked Ricky. I was a huge fan of Ricky Williams. Absolutely. He's honestly still one of my favorite players. He's just such a unique case and such a unique character. I still honestly would kill for, even as a Bills fan, a Ricky Williams Dolphins jersey. Like 100%. That man made 34 a special number. This show has been flying through. It's been fast-paced and good. Fair enough. Death Valley Driver from Spears on to Stacks. 2, 3 as Spears gets the clean and easy win. Do we get anything post haste? Do we get a Tony? I feel like they really hit the ground running with NXT, and I feel like they're going to really close it out well. I wonder if the middle of this might be a little, and again, it's not even saying exactly that it's a bad NXT. Like, honestly, if this was just NXT as it was, still fairly solid. I think it's just, as we got Moose backstage with Lexis King. Oh, Lord. But that's the thing, is you started off so hot, and I think you're going to end it, where you end it, that the middle just has no spot but to feel a little crisscross applesauce. Alexis saying, I don't trust the way you guys are coming up. Why does Alexis's facial hair always look like it's spray painted in? He looks like, West Coast Customs and Exhibit are doing pimp my facial hair when it comes to Lexis King here. Next week, we're getting Lexis King versus Moose. And he said, I will destroy you. And this is still amazing. And I know Moose is X Division champion versus TNA champion, but he's still walking around with that same exact presence as he was when he was NXT champion of, I will destroy you. I will run through you. This is Moose versus who? Yeah. We've got Chase U and his groupies. I'm really interested, as Andre Chase is about to come out, I'm really interested if they're going to do, and this is going to be very nerdy for me to say, are they going to do the Joker, Arthur Fleck, Joker of Holy, do Sugar Honey Iced Tea here with this, of these guys seem like they just want to be so down with, they got I want to be down syndrome when it comes to Chase U, that they almost go at Andre because he's not Andre, he's not Chase U Andre anymore. But we are getting Andre Chase versus Eddie Thorpe. So, folks, let me know who you take it as. We're in commercial break. And again, I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We're back at a jackrabbit tomorrow for AW Dynamite. We've got the fallout from Grand Slam. We're on the road to Revolution. We've got MGF and Hangman going eye to eye, toe to toe, and Revolution is very much starting to stack up in a good way. Thursday, we're here live for TNA. Absolutely. Friday Night SmackDown. Sunday, we're here members only. And again, we're just rolling through on this wild world of wrestling. Nobody does what we do, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. We do what we do because other people can't do what we do. Who are the frat bro NPCs? KJ actually surprisingly has a better answer for that than I do. I respectfully cannot remember it. Jessica's taking Eddie. Eric Trick gonna show and whoop that Thorpe. Well, does that continue? Does the Eddie Thorpe Trick Williams story continue? We saw Eddie halfway involved with the Not You. Ricky Stark shows up and half the locker room's taken out. It's interesting times of where we're going when it comes to NXT. And none of them are bad, I feel. Alex, AW is in my hometown tomorrow, but I'm still not going to go. Protesting upon protesting. There you go. I don't know if that's a protest of solidarity or what have you, but I mean, nothing we ever say is truly like, oh, don't watch AW, don't pay attention to it. It is absolutely faults that we see in the product and everything. And by the way, I don't know if they're trolling or if they're showing how much they pay attention to the Death Rider storyline as much as they book it, or as well as they book it. But the fact that they're out there selling basically just a Fruit of the Loom t-shirt with brought to you by the Death Riders or whatever in the bottom corner for like 30 something bucks, like I'm pretty sure we could do better than that. And I know for a fact, we have better merch than that, but it's insane that they thought that was like a good idea. And that's been, honestly, from what I've heard, that was the bigger issue coming out of Grand Slam, was the merch issue than the ring issue. No one noticed the ring until fucking Twitter got a hold of it. But the merch issue's been constantly a thing of, it's not been good, it's overpriced. Anytime you go to any sort of show, it runs out fairly quick because they almost don't anticipate to sell merch. You never hear any merch numbers, but I sure as shit can tell you, you hear merch numbers in other companies. Speaking of merch numbers, or at least numbers, or merch, I don't know. I tried to make it segue, but I didn't.
Right, but well, speaking of merch, I'll segue it, folks. Merch! There you go, folks. Get your merch today. We got all the merch. We got hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, crop tops, toques, mugs, and all the other fun stuff. So get in there now. Get yours. Be a part of the family. Be a part of the army. But Eddie Thorpe is on the way out to the ring. Lennox, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. What are your thoughts? I think it's awesome. And again, now we're going to get Lexus King Moose for the X Division title.
Somebody going to get hurt real bad.
Yeah, sorry. That was a nice introductory match for Moose. I like it.
Yeah, that is the introductory of you are the sacrifice. You are the chosen sacrifice. So anyone that doesn't know who Moose is and didn't have convulsions and heart palpitations when they watched that opening segment tonight, now will understand why.
Yeah, 100%. But Andre Chase back to action after months of not doing shit against Eddie Thorpe. I'm curious. Eddie
Well,
60%, Chase 30, and nobody getting 10% of the vote. So there
yeah,
you go.
well, I have thoughts, opinions, and questions, and I also like, though, of Scott pointing out hashtag not sponsored, and even the artist saying, now that's advertising.
Let's go.
How do you feel about the Death Riders Fruit of the Loom of we're going to get people to pay $30 for a $3 t-shirt that has a little bit of, brought to you by the Death Riders or whatever the fuck it is on the corner?
It's bad. Like, dear Tony Khan, we have offered our booking services. We will also offer our merchandising services. We can get you some stuff. Whoever is in charge of designing the shit for your company is not doing a good job. I don't know if it's the individuals, but it's not going well. I don't
would
know
have thought that the Key Jackson and AEW would have been Mrs. Jackson out there in charge of the merch store and everything instead of this shit.
Right. But Andre Chase in control of Eddie as we speak. Yeah, I mean, again, crazy times. This show has not stopped tonight as we about to hit 9:30 EST. So, yeah, we'll see.
Well, and how do you feel about, I mean, you coin them, name them, that might be their actual name of UTI, but of like the Chase fanboys and everything, accosting, Andre Chase before his match out here and everything.
Well, yeah, trying to revamp him, trying to give him some. I guess they were part of the Chase universe at some point.
Fair.
The crowd is loud. I'm not sure what they're chanting, but they are yelling.
Andre Chase looks like he got all of his shit respectfully straight out of Goodwill. Like, this man has striped pants, a white button down, and like some sort of Nikes, I'm assuming.
The crowd going nuts for Andre Chase. I'm excited for Moose next week against Lexus. Nah, I'm okay with Lexus, Anthony, just because it's a dusting. It's a nice dusting for Moose.
Oh, dusting, glazing, what have you. It is somebody going to get hurt real bad. Under over 5 minutes for the match.
Yeah, under.
So, yeah, no, well, now you've got the boys out there in the Chase U shirts.
Right. Alex, go to Twitter, tag her, tag us, let us all know, and we'll be on that. Let's go. Harley to the Wrestling for Life Network. I wanted to bring the puppet. I wanted to bring the guitar. I want a jam session with Harley. Let's go.
KJ won't even interview her. He'll just MC her jam session.
Right. Let's go. Awful. I'm not sure what awful you're referring to, sir. Show your.
Well, I don't know. You clicked on his comment saying, "Give us a chance to, I guess, to run the merch for AEW," and then followed up with awful, and you're like, I don't know.
Yo, listen, I don't like Chase U. I know Andre Chase can wrestle, but man, is he getting love. Contra Unit is just a silly. Contra Unit can be silly at times. That's my issue with them. Nick, those are Jordan 4s. Have some respect on Andre Chase's shoe game.
I at least got kind of close. Fucking Nike Jordan as Eddie just says you can have that.
Right? I don't care. Is it the shoes? Not tonight.
It wasn't the shoes.
It wasn't the shoes. Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate the love. We really do. Andre Chase gets distracted by his groupies.
Yeah, well, and I'm very interested with this because I almost wonder if they go this weird kind of angle of like do they bring back Chase U? It got dark real quick.
Oh, lights are flickering!
Trick. You thought you were done with Trick. You got it twisted.
I like this. It's a better Trick.
Serious Trick is best Trick.
This is good Trick.
Yeah. Oh, he's about to show up behind him and just clobber him.
You're not done with me till I say you're done with me. It's not over till it's over, bro.
Oh, I actually like that they didn't go with that.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be very much they do the fucking clear and obvious, cut the promo and then he sneaks up behind him and clobbers him. But now we're playing mind games.
Right. But up next is the women's match. So we're heading pretty much to main event time-ish.
Yeah, we got about a half hour or so left here.
Team Julia.
The next match is an easy prediction. Terrible match. Damien, who are you saying was a terrible match?
What was in a terrible match?
I'm guessing Eddie and.
Were we expecting big things?
Were you expecting? No, hey, were you expecting money or were you expecting a 5-star classic? Which one were you expecting?
Right. Again, what were we expecting? Again, the match was just an easy way to get Eddie into the ring. Andre Chase continues to have issues, so you build that story. Then you have the side note where Trick's not done with Eddie. It's a good rivalry. It's good for Trick. It's good for Eddie. Yeah, man. Again, the match was just a byproduct of everything else. It wasn't the best of matches, no.
The match wasn't a match to be a match. The match was spot to be an angle. That was a continuation. That was a bridge. That wasn't a match. That was a bridge.
Right. Trick said bringing someone with him. Interesting.
Well, I'm going to go see, or I'm going to go be a hobbit under a bridge for a minute, but I'll be right back.
And Nick going to take a pause for the cause and stretch his leg. The poll is 100%. Shut up. I got it 76 right now, but it was maybe at 100. Roxanne Perez, still NXT. She's officially still NXT, but she is in the process of moving up. She did qualify for Chamber. She was a record-breaking performer at Royal Rumble. She is working with Bayley to get her to the next level, to dial her in, to get her where she needs to go. Roxanne's all but gone from NXT, but she is still advertised and introduced as NXT talent. So you have that. Trick said he's bringing someone. I think that's interesting. Women are going to go 15-20. Yeah, that makes you ask, what else is on tonight's docket? Rick and Trick make it so number one. Interesting. That just shows you right there. Trick's not over. Nobody cheered for him. They started singing the song when it was over. That's it. No, but it was a good presentation. And maybe that was the moment where you don't get a big reaction. Lights out. Trick starts talking. There are times and places. And again, I think Trick has had his struggles, Paul. But I think ultimately that moment didn't really call for a big pop or anything the way they set it up. This is good, though. This is good Trick. The Prodigy is in Chamber. Absolutely. NXT is absolutely stacked next week. I cannot wait. Tonight's been a good show. It's gone fast. Nick and I struggling to get breaks in. We're rolling through the night. It's been fun. Lots have happened. Lots to talk about. Lots of moments that are newsworthy. So quality programming from NXT tonight. Chase U needs Elon as manager. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Chase U. I wasn't a fan of Chase U. I thought it overstayed its welcome. Now that they're kind of teasing that they're trying to keep it alive, I don't know, man. But the crowd really did react for Andre. What's your thoughts on the Hardy Boys versus No Quarter Catch crew next week on NXT? Was that announced? What is this? Oh, so I got just random music in the crowd shot right now. What is this? That's amazing. Again, these shows are stacking up as I got Ricky with Ava. Ava Rain. Julie, Stephanie, Jordan for the win. Fair enough. Right now, 75% of the chat's going Team Champs. Fatal Influence, 16%. Nobody gets 8. I think there could be some miscommunication here between Jordan and Julia, if not Stephanie. But now we got Ethan, we got Wesley, we got Ricky. And now they're all arguing. Trick brings Carmelo, I'd be surprised. I'm picking Little Miss Bliss to win the chamber. I'm kind of with you there, Christopher. I kind of am. Nikita Lyons would made a 10 out of 10 show for me. No Nikita tonight. No Nikita. It's Julia, not Julia. Damien. Yeah, it's with a G. Julia Gulia. As Ricky and Javon are going to take on Wesley and Ethan Page. And the Hardys. We got the Hardys on NXT, folks. It's just won't stop. And there it is. It was never, thank you. May that blunt be with you, sir. Yeah, I mean, so I got Matt and Jeff Hardy with their titles talking about the challenge from the No Quarter Catch crew, and they look to be heading towards NXT. By the way, did anyone else follow along? You got Ricky, you got Ethan Page, then you went into a Shawn Spears match. You followed it up with, there was one other name that was in that whole sequence. There was 4 total. But you had all this AEW. Oh, Lexus King. So you literally went from AEW. So for the ones out there that want to say, look how good AEW is. They got all their people. But next week, Miles Bourne, Tavion Heights against the Hardys. Woo-hoo-hoo! Go to Ohio, folks. Stephanie taking on Carmen next week. Next week looks fun. It really does. Holy shit. X Division Championship. Moose, Lexus King next week. Oh my God. Let's go. I'm ready for the Hardy Party. Randy Norton. Yes, Randy Norton. And official for next Tuesday, Ricky Starks, Javon Evans against Ethan Page and Wes Lee. Next week is looking ridiculous. Maybe next week we get Joe. Maybe not. Like, I mean, you got to remember, Joe's the world champion. He's tied up in things. And that trade-off of champions is a tricky one. So, again, Joe's had a couple moments, but I think there's other things are brewing right here. Lucky 1/6. I like it. Thou shall not whoop that trick. As here comes Stephanie Vacour. Second time tonight we're seeing Stephanie. Did I speak that into a right? Let's go. The Hardys. That's crazy. So let me know right now if you're watching, you just got the Hardys on NXT. Shocking. Is NXT what Dynamite wanted to be? NXT is what Dynamite could have been. Or once was, maybe. NXT is stacked next week. Yeah. Roll all the names. As here's Jordan Grace. So hyped for the Hardys. Vacour backer. This is getting me excited for TNA on Thursday to see how the show who shows up. Yeah, we will be here live, Anthony. Thank you for pointing that out. But folks, on Thursday, we are going live for TNA. It's going to be a fun one. Lots going on the show. As we already mentioned, we have Wesley and his faction showing up to take on Rascals. But who else is going to be there? We've seen so much TNA presence tonight. What will happen on Thursday when they go live? We will be here for all of it. I know Anthony can't wait. Guys, here comes Julia, the beautiful madness in the house. Steph Axe, let's go. TNA. Listen, for anybody out there that's doubting this relationship between the WWE and the TNA, like the Google and the Twitter, anybody doubting the relationship between WWE and TNA, you can't help but notice how well this is going. And names like Moose getting put on the map. And it is a big deal. It does change the dynamic. There's more of an audience. The Hardys coming back into the mix. We're seeing so much. Jordan Grace is now here. Already had fanfare. This has been good. And the only person that really should be a little uneasy about this whole TNA WWE relationship is AEW, because I think right now these two companies are showing how it could work. Next Tuesday is going to be good next week for NXT. Looks like it, Dale. It is stacking up as we get closer and closer to WrestleMania weekend, as we get closer and closer to Stand and Deliver. NXT looks ready to go. What's the TNA card for Thursday? You would put me on the spot, wouldn't you, sir? Let me double check. Bum, 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 bum. Anthony's already typing, but let's see. I know we're getting TNA World Champion Joe Henry in concert. The Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz versus Tyson DuPont and Tyreek. JDC taking on Leon Slater, no DQ. Tessa Blanchard ordered to wrestle by Santino Marella. So that is what has been announced to date. Live this Thursday. That's what it says on the screen. We will be here for that. Def Rebel Banger. Which one? Be specific, sir. TNA, like where the reciprocity. We have a show. I like that a little bit. It's kind of funny. Def Rebel Banger. Which one? What do you think about because Roxanne Perez being Alan, that's almost a full sentence. Xia Li versus Rosemary. Eric, I did see that announced earlier today. So that one should be fun as well. Of course, Xia Li, we know from WWE lore. Again, I know her name's changed, but I can't remember. And Rosemary will be there as well, as we are about 2 minutes away from returning for the ladies. Definitely tuning into Wrestling for Life this Thursday. Let's go, folks. We used to cover a lot of TNA. We have Anthony, who covers TNA better than anybody on the internet right now. Make sure you tune in. Give TNA some love on Thursday. Again, if it puts us in a funny position where if Thursdays are cooking with TNA, well, then we got to consider when we do other stuff. So be here, support TNA. We're a big fan, big supporters of TNA from day one. So be a part of all of that and do not miss out Thursday night. Who's telling you? We don't know who she's wrestling, but she's been ordered to wrestle by Santino. Joe Hendry concert. KJ, who interrupts? Is there someone from NXT that could interrupt? Is it? I hope it's not Nick Nemeth. We've kind of passed that. Frankie Kazarian still got that contract. I don't know. It won't be Oba.
Speaking of interrupting, no one expects this Spanish English. But right. Yes, absolutely. Just holy sugar iced tea. We got the Hardies, we got Moose, we got. I know I asked the question, you nailed it perfectly. Of this is what Dynamite was kind of supposed to be. I feel a little bit, and now TNA. This is showing what AEW and New Japan coulda, shoulda, woulda been,
or AEW and TNA coulda, shoulda, woulda been. Again, you're using a lot of buzz, and TNA is getting a lot of love. And again, we will be here live Thursday, and I hope it's a busy night on this channel. I hope people want to tune in, give TNA. I'd be very nervous. I know Tony's had his eye on WWE from the minute go, but as he's been staring down WWE as they're getting further and further ahead, he doesn't realize there's companies coming up behind him. Even a company like MLW are at least signing names that matter, that are noteworthy. Like MLW is starting to turn things around a little bit buzz-wise. There's a lot of competition, and Tony's got to look around. The landscape's changing.
Is he so busy chasing first that he doesn't realize he's about to go from second to third to fourth to fifth?
Right? Well, some have argued for a while that they're already in third. But again, TNA growing, man. As
that cutaway of Fallon throws the coat to Jasmine Nick's provocative.
Right. But now I think about it, TNA on Access and nobody got access. So the thing that's changing with TNA, which is really good, is they're trying to do new things. Like in Canada, they've been moved into filling some spots. So we are getting TNA in Canada on Thursdays. We're getting old TNAs on our sports channels. The States are still trying to work something out, but there's options. There's definitely options.
Well, is that the underlying best advantage to this partnership? Is not even the talent exchange. It's WWE exposing
Yeah.
TNA to a lot of these TV audiences, to these channels and everything like that of,
Oh.
hey, we're consolidating, we're moving away from this. So, hey, TNA, do you want to pick up our remaining contract
Mm.
and everything? And now you slot into where WWE was.
It doesn't hurt. I mean, the exposure is the biggest thing, and I think fans miss that point at times.
Right.
And again, there's a lot of TNA household that talent that become household names, but again, a roundabout way, you got the Hardys back into the dub. Like the Hardys are gonna come back. They're coming home. Team champs. So the baby faces 69%, fatal influence 21%, nobody 10%.
Ooh. I still love that nobody's become an option, and at times nobody's ran away with the pull.
It happens. What do you think about Joe Hendry possibly coming back? Jessica, I think that at time in time it can happen. I think again they're a little protective of their champions, right? Like their main champions.
Right.
If Moose loses a title match, a mid card belt, I mean, we'll talk about it. I don't see it happening, but you have less fear of that.
Oh, he's about to just
Ultimately,
walk through Lexus.
oh, he's gonna dust wet. It's a dusting, like a complete
Yeah.
dusting. But ultimately, I think you have the opportunity to have you don't want, Joe's good. Joe's doing well. But TNA also needs Joe focused on being the world champion. So I wouldn't rule it out, but he might have figured a lot of things out. We'll see where he goes.
Well, and it's gonna be like if you put Anthony, by the way, had the whole shout out, the call out, the hookup and everything of we didn't say it, but if you saw it, you got it. But Joe Hendry versus Oba, it's a great matchup, but I don't know who wins per se in that. Of whoever literally loses and takes a bit of a detriment. But does stand and deliver become more of a stand and attention and become more, that TNA crossover of where we get, is that where we get Oba Moose? Is that where we get, a Hardy's Fraxium or anything?
Quite possibly. I mean, could there be a flair to it? Yeah. Interesting transitions here, but overall the interesting pace to start this match, by the way. Yeah, I mean, again, I think we're still kind of waiting for like a Worlds Collide, maybe later in the year, maybe in the summer. But yeah, I think Stand and Deliver can definitely have a TNA vibe to it. And if you're going to do a big show WrestleMania weekend and you can get the Hardys booked on it, it's going to help. If you can get kind of a couple dream matches that we weren't expecting, doesn't hurt.
Right. As right now, Jordan calling the shots here.
Right. Forbidden Door and even AW shows intercontinental talent swaps are trickier based on visas. Yes and no. I mean,
They
you're
signed up
right.
for it.
But yeah, you can't be mad about the parameters and what you agreed to.
Right.
Walloping everybody. And the crowd going,
It's like the fact that you're in Canada and I'm in the US. So like I'm gonna be pissed at the fact that you live in Canada. Like, well, that's what the shit is. So deal with
right?
it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. You plan accordingly, as which we've seen in the past. No planning has happened.
Yeah. Well, and might still be happening, but I digress.
Right. How long before we get an NXT takeover on the main roster? I'd love it around Survivor Series. That time with Adam Cole and the Triple Threat on the main roster. I don't think we're going to see that again for a while. I think we're very much locked into NXT doing its own thing separate from the other two.
I think that happened because the main roster was in a weakened state and needed a shot in the arm like that. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case at this point of
Oh,
there's more of a debate whether NXT is a third brand or it's developmental than it needs to be challenging Raw or SmackDown.
Ricky Saints Row. Let's go. I like it. Stephanie
Yeah.
gets hung up by Fallon on the outside, and now they are in control and going to commercial break. 3 minutes on the clock, but the show rolls on, and Stephanie down and JC in control. Watch them book Worlds Collide versus Forbidden Door. Watch. It wouldn't shock me, artists. We've seen a lot of funny timing with some of the booking decisions. Vengeance Day was a perfect example.
Well, there's been the story that AW is now almost holding back announcing stuff because they fear that once they announce I'm going to be here, that WWE be like, oh, it just so happens we're going to be there the night before.
Right.
It's funny how that works.
This match isn't much exciting.
How so?
Mega. It started off pretty well. I don't know what you want in the opening 3 minutes of the match, but
it's a showcase of your top women's faction versus your top 3 women's talent.
Yeah,
like, I don't know how much more exciting they needed to be outside of like, do they add scaffolding or something? Is that where we need to go?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the match started with Stephanie and Fallon. They transitioned phenomenally. Jordan was just whooping everybody. Fallon runs interference on the outside the way heels do. And now they're in complete control of Stephanie. And Fallon continues to just be a star, like just getting better by the minute. Her growth has been phenomenal.
Oh, she is Mickie James 2.0 at this point. 100%. Undeniable.
Ricky Saints isn't too bad. He is from New Orleans. Yes, he is. So the New Orleans Saints, it all works out. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I'm fine with it. I really am. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't.
I will learn to accept it. I guess in the moment, I am not as well perceiving of it, but I will learn to embrace it.
Right. Picture in pictures killing my viewing pleasure. So the alternative artist is just a full-out commercial where you can't see anything at all. So what's better? Would you rather have
we just listen to Grandpa KJ by the fireside when he's got Netflix and the rest of us don't, if he lets us know what's going on?
Yeah, right now, Jasmine working out. I mean, again, like there is a collection of strong, beautiful, athletic women in this company that are doing phenomenal things. Everywhere you look on the screen right now is just your eyes get sore, man.
And WWE as a collective has the best women's division. It's not debatable anymore. Think about it. You have Julia, Stephanie, and Jordan Grace, and those are just extra rounds you have in the chamber.
Right.
Like those are extra artillery rounds that you have on top of everything that you've already got with Tiffany, Charlotte, Bayley, etc.
No, 100%. I mean, again, it's just a plethora. This match needs thumbtacks. Am I right? Right, Jose? Right? The Moose debut on NXT should have ended the show. Incorrect again, Mega. Love you, buddy, but you're just swinging at nothing right now. We got to get this guy a tennis racket so we can get some contact on this ball. But Moose opening the show creates buzz. Even on this channel, we watched our numbers jump once Moose came out. Now people are tuning in, and as they're tuning in to find out about Moose, Ricky Starks, Jordan Grace, here we go. Like, yeah, that's why they opened the show with it.
Oh, 100%. But is it an interesting dip off that they went from where they were at to what they followed up with? Because what they followed up with to me, well, when you've got Eddie, Ava, you've got the Chase Hughes, not used, and everything.
Like 45 minutes later.
Either way, I'm saying what they followed it up with was a bit more questionable in the middle of this sandwich versus I think the bread's been fantastic.
Yeah, no, I think they came out of the gate swinging and they haven't stopped swinging all night long. I think everything in ring wise has been solid. We had a shitty match with Chase and Eddie, but it was just a setup trick. But they literally went from one thing to the other to the point where you and I couldn't even get out and take a fucking little jaunt because so much shit was happening. Like just as we were digesting a bunch of stuff, Ricky Starks up next. Oh shit, what's Ricky? Here comes Ethan Page. Here comes Javon. Here comes Wesley. Like, I don't think that this dropped off in anywhere. Like, I think we've just been going.
So Ava, Eddie, held same retention.
Well, I mean, again, they're the regular part of the show. So Ava talking to Eddie about what was coming up. Yeah. I mean, again,
there you have it. KJ White has defended Ava Rain on screen.
I mean, again, the idea that the show dropped off because you went to I don't like the GM, but they the show did not stop.
Fair.
Ooh, Jordan again looking dominant.
Double suplex into a fucking low blow spot into a clothesline there. I don't know how to call it with women because just dropping them on the thing, but it's not the thing.
Oh, muscle buster. Oh wow. That is
female ridiculous. Samoa Joseph.
2. I'm on the Knicks level to I just accepted it 20 minutes ago.
Why did you make that sound like a bad thing?
Spaz, thank you for the $5 super chat. TNA pay-per-view on Thursday considered part of the WrestleMania weekend because pay-per-view on Thursday, then the SmackDown. Yeah, so they're doing Unbreakable or whatever it's called. We will probably be here live for it. Is that on the Thursday that week? Because if so, Spaz, I mean, again, just a nice tie-in. Yeah, I mean, again, not officially, but definitely peripheral.
Yeah, perif, which, again, folks, if you haven't been here for WrestleMania weekend with us and everything, we pretty much just pick a time on a Saturday, covered indie shows, stand and deliver the first night of WrestleMania, and we don't go home till the show does or StreamYard says you've had enough.
As all the women are down, they break up the pin. Good match for my money right now. All 6 women doing the things, but yeah, again, Fatal Influence getting a lot of offense in. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Fallon's been outstanding. She just lost the North American title. Right. She should be competitive in this. JC's been around. That was weird. I'm not sure what it was, but ouch.
That was a thing.
It was like an ass buster.
I'm an ass man. Saito suplex. It was like meant to be a code breaker, but more of an ass breaker.
Julia on the apron.
Oh,
Fallon continues to just be a thorn in everybody's side.
She is the talent out of this faction. Like, she is the one. Like, JC's great. Jasmine Stowe, all right.
Coming up.
But Fallon will be the one that's going to be.
Yeah, she works herself into being like the leader of the group, like where she didn't start there. Jordan, pump handle.
And of course, Jasmine Nix takes the pin. Makes sense. Absolutely. Makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Jordan getting the win is important.
Absolutely.
JC Jane's good. She just Fallon came up hot and heavy. You heard me. But
she ran from the pack of 5th place straight to 1st.
Penta driver from I know Anthony can jump in there with the official name, but it was a Penta driver.
Well, yeah, shit. It just because Penta's had to adjust his moveset. So now is it just that now?
I think it's the same. I mean, it's
the same concept.
Look, she's still standing in the middle.
Yeah, and then Jordan takes a bit of a step back and just eyeing up.
This is interesting.
Oh,
we're going to the back. We're going outside. What's happening? Craziest place in wrestling.
Oh. We cut to the backstage.
Mark. You killed Stone, you bastards.
Yeah, and no one is safe. I thought that's what it said on the walls. Bro, this is, I know I said it before, but this is retribution. This is the exact same thing. They did the exact same thing. They threw a brick through the fucking window.
What if they did it right this time? No, I mean, again,
right when it comes to this, because all of it seems wrong.
They beat up Stone.
They skipped the Stone.
They didn't throw a rock through the window, but they beat up a Stone.
Shit, that's actually a fucking solid connection or shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, NXT has gone off the air. That was tonight. Let us know how you feel. Give your rating out of 10. What did you like? What didn't you like? But nobody is safe, as MDB said. Everybody better have their knee pads on because this one's going to hurt. Definitely Retribution vibes tonight.
Mhm.
Only time will tell.
Oh, I'm the crazy one now, right?
A little bit. I mean, it's early. It's early. Malachi Black, no.
No. He goes from one defunct gothic faction to another one.
Right. New group attack. Now, remember earlier the night they took out the entire tag team division, so they're up to something. At least they don't have a chainsaw yet.
Keyword yet. Every time you say that, they get more and more. They fly higher and higher to the sun, Icarus.
Roku channel app has TNA. There you go. Someone
There you go.
attacked Ricky. Ricky? I didn't see Ricky. Ricky?
No, Robert Stone.
Mega on one tonight. I've seen strip club parking lots. Yeah, no shit, Jose. Facts.
I've bounced parking lots that were safer than this shit.
Loving this new faction wreaking havoc. Damien loving it. Retribution or not. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Malachi Black. Robbie Stone. No. People who live in glass houses shall not throw stones. Kevin going 10. 8.5. 9. Solid. NXT is the shit. It's exciting. Tonight was fast. Like I said, didn't want to go on, didn't want to take a pause, just didn't want to miss anything. And everything was just clicking, like everything was cooking.
I took a break and literally commented that's when the Hardys showed up, and I said, I take one pause, and that's when this happens. I step away for 10 seconds.
Kind of lame ending there. It gets a 7.5. What was the lame part? The Jordan Grace. I like that we don't know what Jordan's doing. What champ does she want to fight? Where does she go? But big win for Jordan. Looked like Jordan was the MVP of the main event for sure.
I think the ending was more of the post ending, the post credit
scene. Post ending was what it was.
Well, pronoun here. Nick complains just to complain. Relax, deep breath.
He doesn't though. He really feels it, guys. He's not making it
this
up.
Is
me. That's why it's fun, because he really means it.
It's really the blood pressure. Do I have the cutaway? I need to find it now.
No, it's gone. Shit.
Oh, God damn it. I'm not going to have a coronary. I can't duplicate it, but yes.
8.5.
This shit is real. This shit is raw. This shit is authentic.
They got blood from Stone. Whoa.
Oh, biblical. Where's MDB? We're taking this shit to the Biblics.
9.5 to the ending, 9.4. That's fair. I'll give you that one, artist. 8 out of 10. Sorry. Was that Robert Stone? It was. Ricky Stones. Ricky Stones.
Ricky Stones. Well, what do you give it, sir? We're reading all the 9s out of 10s, the 8 out of 10s. Shout out everybody. The 0 out of 10s. No Trish. 8 out of 10s. What do you give it?
I think tonight was a solid 8. I think there was a couple things in there that I didn't love. But overall, an 8. 8.5 would be nice. But 8. Lots of surprises. The show didn't move slowly in any point for me. Tonight flew by. Like it was a clip.
And this is where my rating system is going to go askew. Because I'm giving this a 9 of right out of the gate of within the exactly. I told you it was going to go askew, but right within the first 15 minutes at most, and that's including a commercial. Within the first 10-11 minutes, we were out here literally fucking winded, like we just done wind sprints out here because of everything that had happened. I'll give you credit, and I'll trust your faith and judgment that it didn't dip that much in between and everything. And I think that there was enough that really held the strings together and really kept everything going. And like I said, and this has been the vibe that I've gotten, especially since the start for tonight, of, again, this is a bit of what Dynamite was or wanted to be. Like, it has very early Dynamite vibes of, we're not giving you the whole pie, we're managing it properly, we're actually having really good in-ring quality. Shit feels constantly a buzz and you can't miss. Like, we do this every week and literally we're hesitant to step away for fucking 10 seconds to watch.
Yeah, man. It's good. It's exciting. And then every time you turn around, like you said, you take a break and there's the Hardys. You take a break and somebody gets, beat up or something gets tossed away or someone random shows up. You're like, what the hell is going on? It's a fun time. And I mean, for the people out there that kind of hold this position that WWE doesn't put on good wrestling matches, NXT, more than they don't put on really solid matches, really fun matches.
Oh,
What?
yeah. No, I was just doing a why the fuck you lie.
9.
But
There you go.
yeah, this was especially,
A
and I
pretty
will say this, I think the start of that show, the first 10 minutes set the tone, and that's the best way to go about it because it did absolutely that set the tone of it set the precedent of that was an M. Night Shyamalan to absolutely.
the whole night. I thought you were coming in hot with like a 6.5, 7.
Bro, I said a 7.5 and raised it to an 8 and got crucified over a 7 because I mentioned the word 7.5 on Wednesday.
Holy shit. I believe I've been waiting a very long time. A lot of people have talked about the Moose thing. So I agree with you, Tony, and I can understand why people are excited. We definitely popped. I didn't even believe it. I was like, no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To me,
no.
I think that like first 10, 15 minutes carried and ran away with the rest of the show. It set the tone high enough that everything, even if it wasn't the greatest, just felt a little bit better because the tone was already set here.
Yeah. You were already jazzed. And I mean, I think, look at that first 11 minutes, Oba comes out. Oba's getting a lot of response. Then you get the surprise of Moose. We're like, holy shit. Then they clip to Ricky. You're like, holy shit. Then they clip to Jordan or vice versa. Holy shit. Yeah, they went to Ava and Eddie and we were like, shit. But other than that, like, I mean, they kept the show going. And I know there was, some comment about doing it later, but that's why you did it early. Get viewers in the door, get people paying attention. And ultimately, I think they did a phenomenal job of keeping the show. The fact that they're announcing, the 6-woman tag for the main event, people want to see that. People want to see Steph and Julia and Jordan Grace. Yeah, we'll tune in for that main event. I think across the board, like, again, 9, I understand. 8.5, I think 8.5 is my ceiling. But
now that because it's Ricky Saints instead of Ricky Starks, now I'm reconsidering of maybe I meet you at 8.5. Maybe I fall a little bit back down to earth. Well, but even though still with what they've announced for next week with NXT, like I'm at the point respectfully of like, give me 20 minutes, let me go have a smoke, and we can just watch next week's NXT right after this. Like, that's the thing is, and they've set it up of I already can't wait for next week, just what they've advertised.
Yeah, next week is stacked. And again, what do you do? And again, people can bellyache all they want. They are finding ways to be successful. And again, the Hardy Boys are going to get views, they're going to get clicks. I mean, it's going to be big news. Ricky Starks in action, going to be big news. I thought tonight was really kind of comical, and I don't know that it was on purpose, but you get Ricky Starks, Ethan Page confronts him. I thought that was hilarious. They kind of had that moment of like, you are copying what I did. And then the very next segment, you jump into Sean Spears has a match, gets a win. Then you go from that to Lexis King. I'm like, all of these guys have
A-Dub. Well, right. Which surprise to you do you think gets the most, and not internally with us, gets the most traction, what have you, on Twitter? Is it Moose? Is it the Hardys? Is it this, that, the third, something else?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, I think the Hardys are going to get a lot of love because just of who they are. Moose showing up is going to create a lot of buzz, especially for the fans who aren't quite sure of Moose. But and then Ricky, I know. Look, I'm telling you right now, I haven't even looked at my phone. But the minute I open my phone, I'm going to roll my eyes at some asshole going on about Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints. He left AEW to become.
Am I that asshole? Am I that asshole?
Only if you tweet it.
Wait, can I do that right now while we're live?
Right. But I mean, ultimately, I think it's a thing of I'd rather be Ricky Saints in NXT than Ricky Starks in AEW. Fucking suck it. That's about it.
I don't know how to follow up that because that was just 100%. Folks, if you didn't know already, our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, you put that 4 by with it.
That's it, folks. But that is NXT tonight. That is the show. I see things winding down. Actually spiked back up, but yeah, folks, we
Because you were
appreciate
telling people to suck it.
Yeah, they're like, we can't do it.
What do I suck, sir? Pause.
Thank you, MDB. We are back tomorrow, Dynamite, face to face. I think Damien asked about this. OC's returning as they're doing like a intercontinental world fair.
Real quick. All right. I know. How is Kenny Omega the final boss for the tournament that he doesn't hold the title for? What the fuck? He managed to fucking shoehorn himself into some Street Fighter bullshit and everything. Like, I feel like we've already set up Konosuke Takeshita versus Kenny Omega at Revolution, but we're doing a tournament, and the ultimate prize is you get to face Kenny, who's not the fucking champion.
Man, I don't know what to tell you. I wish I had answers. I didn't even know where this came from. I watch every Wednesday. I know you watch every Wednesday. I know a lot of this chat watches every Wednesday, and I had no idea it was happening.
Why the fuck do you lie? This is bullshit.
But face-to-face MJF and Adam Page, I think this has potential. Big Bill's going to take on Hobbs, so hopefully that goes well. And then, of course, are they the odds? The ops? The
ops. You fucking Canadian ass. Are they the odds? The ops? Ops, my guy. You got to show respect to your, you got to take down your ops.
People want to be mad about names out there. Yeah, okay, Ricky Saints, well, let's debate. But what the fuck is the ops?
You got to take them down.
Yeah, the opposite of
one going against. That's who can't do what we do. That's why we do what we do, because they're the ops. Hobbs versus Big Bill now at this point feels like lower tier Oba versus Moose. Like, we got Oba versus Moose. Yeah. I haven't calmed down yet.
Right. A lot of excitement. Remember, folks, we are back on Thursday for the live TNA SmackDown Friday. We got members only this weekend. We got all your fun next week heading in towards Elimination Chamber, Revolution the week after. Holy hell, we're getting so close to WrestleMania. So much coming your way. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, click all the buttons, follow all our socials, including Blue Sky, Threads, Twitch, Twitter, all of the stuffs. Discord, go hang out in the Discord is a thing I still haven't quite figured out, but I know other people like it. But yeah, no, we appreciate all the love. Ops for trios. Well, somebody might as well do it. 8.5. But that's all I got, my guy. Great show. According to my throat, it was a really fun show. Pause
on hardcore on that, and I guess now it's the saying so nice I gotta say it twice. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you're able to put that for life with it.
That's it, folks. We got Moose, we got Trouble, we got more wrestling. See you on the flip side. Good night.